I go here, tip into the side, and over time you kind of learn the position that your body wants to be in. So bringing the head down, and we're going to try and go up. I'm going to try. I'm not going to say we're going to get up there, but we're going to try. You saw that was a bit better. So my body's starting to trust me. It's like, okay, I can do this. And then your body just says, actually, I can do this. And then it goes up. And you're like, I can do this, yay. And you can hang out there. Yeah. You know how to land. Knowing how to land is like probably the biggest thing. So yeah, you need to learn how to land. And to land out of a handspring, as you see, you just kind of twist back out. So you're here, and you twist back out. That's why we did the twist out on the floor, so that you know how to dismount. So, we're here, we're flipping the hand, we're sliding pretty far down. Yeah, like your head, like if you have a bobbin on your head, you should kind of twist the pole a little bit. So you're here, and you're like, how do I turn? So bring your leg onto this while lifting the other one. And as you can see, I'm here. And I'm actually adjusting my hands to slightly get it. But you see, my hips are already in line. So I just lift my knee. And I'm there. And I'm up. And see, lax. My muscles are pushing. I'm not pushing. I'm just sitting on my bones. And then holding. So, you know, get very fatigued here. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it here. That's why I say, even if you're used to doing this move, from a drop down from an Aisha, I'd actually recommend doing a few Aishas first. In, twisted grip, cup grip, and regular grip. And then, take a break. Drink some water, whatever you need to do to take that break. And then try the ground ones first. Or even do a handstand up against the wall. Just walk your way up with the feet and just push. Like, we're not on about this, we're like, push. Because that bottom arm is going to be push. Like, we're not letting it ride up like this and just hanging out. We're pushing really hard. I'll show you here. And then you're in your spring, position your arms are there and there. So then all you have to do, if you have the band here, is literally just bring your knee from here to here, and then just lift the other leg. And then once you do that, then you can shoot them up to the sky. Don't try and straddle, because you're going to be like this. Just try and shoot your legs up. So this actual exercise here is really good for that. So you're trying to pretend you're on the pole, and you got one leg, boom. Two legs, boom. And then shooting your legs all the way up. So try this exercise here. Because if you push your weight up, then it stacks your body automatically. Which means you're not using as much muscle power. And you won't get fatigued as much. But also by shooting your hips up, it gives you momentum, which allows you to kind of take advantage of that. Now we're just going to bring this down by one. And have it there. And now it's a bit lower. And again, I wear little puff things on my feet because your body doesn't have to worry about your feet getting scuffed up, or, if you do hit something in your house by accident, which I did there, I hit the mantelpiece when I shot the legs up on the ground, you're not going to scrape them up. So these are great. So we had 4 of these, now we have 3. But it's a little bit lower. And that means you're not going to be perfectly level. But it means you have to do a little bit more of a little jump. And that's okay. Again, you're trying to learn how to kick up into it. There's many different ways to get into a handspring. Now we're sliding down. And now we're stepping onto the puff. And again, it's reasonably, but it's not as high as it was. So everything's still lowering. So I'm having to push a lot more with this bottom leg. So then we go up. The legs go up. Remember, the legs go up. Pushing, not relaxing like this. We're pushing. And then we come down. This is like the normal stretch for a person's arm, and mine goes, which actually makes it harder in a handspring because you have to tense a lot more to stop your arm from doing that. I don't know if mine stops doing that, but I'm trying. So yeah, so here, you're like basically bending, and then you do this gently now, and then you bend up, and you can actually see the mark where the actual pole went, which while I'm cooling down, I will show you. So the pole is going to go, you're going to feel it. See the mark there? See, the other one doesn't have that as much. There's like a mark here, and you're going to feel it here. And the first time you do it, you're going to feel it there, you're going to feel it in your shoulder. But again, take your time. And I just put this here. So now we're on 2 instead of 3. So this gets your body, I'm still keeping the band on for the moment, just to let my body get used to it. Twisting, grabbing, bouncing over onto your puff, and allowing your body to really go. And it doesn't look that much lower, but it is. So we're here, and we're bending. You put the feet onto the pole and push, slide them up. And you're going to hold and come down. Again, I also have a goiter, which I'm working on because I have a thyroid issue. It's genetic, mostly, plus life, stress, and all the other things that happen. So some days I have low energy, and today I have good energy. The lowest puff, yeah. Down to the side again. We're going to slide it down. Again, we're keeping it low the whole time because we don't want the body to freak out. We want the body to relax into this and take its time. So, I'm going to bounce over to our pad and up. Be sure. No puff. Bye bye puff. And again, I build it up slowly so that it's going to increase the strain each time you go lower. So build it up slowly. I did just like kind of contemporary floor movement as a warm-up today. There is other exercises you can do to warm up the muscles more, which I think I'll show while I'm letting this guy cool down. You want your back to be completely onto the pole, like so. Now if you have the booty, like myself, so if you're like this, you're like, I can't get my back on the pole, no matter what I do. Walk the feet out. Put the back on the pole. Now I'm going to shake out the hands. We're going to point the thumbs outwards, like this. Then we're going to bring the neck down and bring it back up. So we're like trying to scratch our chin against our thing. And it's not going to look great, but it's what's going to lengthen the back of your neck. So that's what you want. And walk in a bit for me. So we're here. We're pushing down. And then when you get to here, you're going to feel like someone's pulling you apart, like from either side. Like there's a tug of war. One person's pulling one arm, the other one's pulling the other arm. And you're letting that happen by pushing away. And then keeping that tug of war happening, by keeping your back broad, allow yourself to bring your arms up. And then breathe. And just relax and pulse. We're really keeping our back broad. And then relax. Lifting the hips up high in the sky. Allowing myself to slide as far down as I can. And then we're going to go from the ground with a band, which I'm really happy about my body. It probably won't do without the band, but I haven't done it in a few months, so the fact that I can do it at all is like really good. I'm going to show you now from a drop down, which would be a prep for doing this. I'm going to leave this band on because why not? I'm not going to use the band, but I'm going to show. You can also use Aishas as cool downs as well. I'm going to show how advanced I am at doing an Aisha before attempting to do. I think you should be very comfortable with your Aisha before you attempt to do anything that's handspring like, unless you're just naturally like a gymnast or something. If you're a gymnastics, like if you have a background in like gymnastics or something like that, and you kept up your training, go for it. Again, I have no grip on my legs right now. I just realized. So it's like, how is she gripping the pole? I don't know. So I'm going out. And you can see there, I'm pretty advanced at holding this position. And I'm coming down safely. Again, I'm quite an advanced poler. And I've been doing it for 20 years nearly. But this will also teach your body how to do a deadlift into a handspring. You can deadlift a handspring from that. But yeah, I'll and always be proud of yourself. Always be proud of your body and tell your body, dude, you did a good job. Thanks for supporting me today. Because I know that sounds crazy, but it actually like makes an actual difference with how your body responds to you, because it's always listening on a subconscious level. And if you talk yourself down, like negative talk to yourself, that is really one way to shoot yourself in the foot, so to speak. It's not productive. It doesn't help your self-confidence. And again, confidence is half of the battle in trying to get these moves. Obviously, nutrition is a big thing as well. Like if you're drinking and smoking all the time and then you're and eating just like junk food and like takeaways, and that's your choice. But then you want to do something like this, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be as easy or as accessible to do that if you have a good diet, you're eating organic, you're like working out, you're doing like cross training, and you're like not smoking, you're not drinking like that much, or not drinking at all, and you're like really like super healthy and trying. Like, those people, even if they're not genetically designed to do a handspring like myself, like a kick up into a handspring, they're still going to have edge on you because they have self-discipline. Self-discipline is huge. Huge in any sport. And this is a sport. I don't care what no one says. This is a fucking sport. Puff shoes and all. This is a sport. Again, this move you can wear clothes. Because you're just, especially if you're just doing the low to the ground, your contact points are your hands. Pull up your sleeves a little bit in case you get a little bit more contact here sometimes. But as you can see from that big red line, that's where the pole goes. On the bottom hand, and the top hand gets a lot of contact here. So basically just go from the bottom. Obviously warm up properly to the way you feel like you warm up properly. Stretch out properly, and at the end make sure you're stretched, make sure you're relaxed, put a song on, just dance around to it and incorporate the stretches into the dance. Like, why not? It's still a workout, trust me. Dancing is a workout and a half. I'm doing contemporary dance scholarship I got the last day. Well, not the last day, but a month ago, and it's a workout. Yeah. It's serious.